Hey dreamers, this is Jade and I'm here to do my second quarter journal update. So this is all I can fit on my desk right now, but this is not everything. I've divided them into 4 piles. One pile is journals that I pretty much all but abandoned. The other pile is journals that I work in but very sporadically. And the other pile is journals that I work in pretty consistently. Not mostly every day, but not always, but still very, very consistently. And then new journals that I've added to the pile. So I'm going to clear off this desk and we're going to go through them, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video and see where I'm at in my journaling process. So let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to start with the journals that I've all but abandoned. As you can see, this one here is my Affirmations Journal, and I've actually gone through several of these where I just write affirmations every day. However, this has not been speaking to me very much this year. As you can see, I stopped where the ribbon is here, and I have not been back in it since, and it's not been inspiring me or motivating me at the moment, so I've set it aside. I'm not saying that I won't go back to it ever. I probably will, just to finish it up and say I have a completed journal. However, at the moment I'm not feeling it, so I'm not going to force myself with it. So this one I have set to the side. And also my tarot journal. I was really into this at first, and you can see where I stopped at the temperance card. I think it was just getting to be a little too much for me. And I also really started to feel like I should just start for myself playing with the cards and feeling what I feel and learning them that way, and still using the guidebook that I bought, but not necessarily trying to write everything down. I think that's what's stalling the process of me learning tarot, because it's been a while since I decided I wanted to do that. And trying to do it this way, it was fun at first, but at some point it became like a chore. And so I've decided that I think I'm just going to pull out one of my decks and just start going for it, and we'll see what happens. And I have been re-binging Supernatural for the umpteenth time lately. I can't believe every time I take a break from it and I go back to it, I just remember all over again why I love that show so much. And I have a Supernatural deck, so I may start just playing around with that and seeing what I can see and feeling what I can feel from that. So these 2 journals have pretty much been abandoned at the moment. Like I said, I'm not saying I won't ever go back to them. However, at the moment, not feeling these 2. So that's it, and we're going to move on to the journals that I work in still, but it was very sporadic. So here we have my journal stack that I still work in, but it's just sporadically. So it's not on like a really kind of consistent basis that I'm in these journals. Of course, you guys are familiar with my TV journal, and I probably should do a flip through of what I have in here so far. But I really love this journal. I still really love TV. There's so many things that have been so good lately that I probably should document in here. But at the moment, there is actually so many things to pick from that I can't choose. So anyway, I really love this journal. Let's see what my last entry was. You see, I printed out the stuff for Hawkeye. Yeah, so it's been a while because Only Murders in the Building came out last year, and I really enjoyed this show. And actually, the 2nd season is out now. So as you can see, it's been quite a while since I've been in here. I had plans on doing the Hawkeye show. Probably should watch that over and actually complete that, because I actually really enjoy that show. Out of all the Marvel shows so far that I've watched on Disney Plus, Hawkeye has been my favorite. Actually watching Miss Marvel now, and I'm really enjoying that. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get back into this soon, even if it's not Hawkeye, something else that I have watched and enjoyed that I can share with you all. And the next in the same vein is the movie journal. I did separate them. I think I was doing both at once, but I separated this into a completely different book because I just needed to for my own sanity. When it comes to my journals and stuff, a compartmentalizer, and I need to keep things separate so I can find what I need to find where I need to find it, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is my movie journal, and I have worked in this a couple times over the last few months. When I finally got the gentleman spread done, which I have been wanting to do for 2 years since this movie came out. Absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. Guy Ritchie, brilliant. The whole cast was just phenomenal. I just love the way Guy Ritchie tells the story. So really loving this movie. And then also I watched Turning Red, and I just thought it was the cutest coming of age story for Little May May, and had to get it down. And I love like the ambiance and the colors in this movie, so definitely had to get that down as well. And like I said, I've done this over probably like the last couple months. I've done these 2 spreads, so a little more consistent in this one, but still not, not like a weekly type of deal for either of these. So moving that aside, and then also this is my lettering journal where I practice my lettering basically. And so I am semi-consistent in that, I guess. Sometimes I pull it out at night when I'm just pissing around, watching TV and stuff like that, just to play around. So I do get in this. However, it's not every day, and it's not super consistent. Some weeks I'll pull it out a few times a week, and then I'll forget about it for a few weeks and then go back to it. So again, not consistent, but still fun. I was using this to learn shadows and stuff like that. Still working on it, still practicing my lettering, because I think it's so pretty, and I love seeing other people's journals and stuff where they have basically mastered the art of lettering. So hopefully one day I'll get there. And then next is my Dear Charlie journal and my commonplace book. Both of these, I love these so much. There have been spread or a spread that I've done in this one that I did not share. Some things I'll share, some things I won't. This is my Dear Charlie journal, and I actually just completed another spread that I will be sharing. I have filmed it. I just need to edit it and upload it. But I have other things that I have to upload first, so it might be a little while before I get to it. However, I did complete another spread in this that I can share. The only reason I have not been as consistent in this one maybe not this one, is because I at first stalled out of ideas, and I was like, no, you haven't, because you already have these ideas written down. And what I realized is I haven't stalled for ideas for these. I have just been paralyzed in executing those ideas, and I don't know why. So I have to figure that out and get myself unblocked to be able to creatively get back into these journals and loving and enjoying them. I do love and enjoy them. I've just, like I said, for some reason have been paralyzed to get into. I don't know if it's like a perfectionism I don't know what it is, but I have to install myself. I do have an idea in my commonplace book that I want to get to, and that is just basically, this is the last thing I did. I've shared this with you guys way earlier in the year. But I had an idea of where I wanted to, like I said, I have ideas, I just have not executed, where I wanted to get down all of my favorite words. I wanted to do a page, just a spread with all of my favorite words, and I have an idea in my head about how I want to do it with different like alpha types and alpha stickers and maybe a little lettering and stuff like that. So hopefully I'm gonna get that list together and film and actually get that executed soon. And like I said, I do have a spread in this that I just recently completed that I will be sharing with you guys, and hopefully that will get the ball rolling with me and get the ideas out of my head and actually onto the paper and into the journal. So that is it for the journals that I have been still using, but very sporadically. And so now we'll move on to the journals that I use on a very consistent basis. Okay, so here are my journals that I'm using fairly consistently. I'm several times a week, if not every day. So this one, surprisingly, is the journal that I use when I'm trying to learn something, and or going through self-taught workshops or self-taught books, all that kind of stuff. And like if they have exercises, that's what I do in this journal. This used to be a very, very sporadic journal for me. It would have been in the other pile. However, lately I have been working through Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way, and so the exercises in that book have been going here, and I've been using this pretty consistently weekly, probably more than once a week, yeah, because I break things up between a few days when I'm actually writing down my answers to the exercises. So again, normally a sporadic book for me, but lately this has been way more consistent that I've been in to the point that it's getting, actually, there we go, towards the end of this book, and I would not be surprised if by the end of the year I will have needed to replace this one with another one, which would be fine because I actually have several of these in my stash, because I really love this design so much. And the company, I think it's Design Works, and I just love. Yeah, it is Design Works. I love this notebook. I think it's so cute. And so moving on, this is my vision book I shared with you guys, and some things I can share in here and some things I cannot. So it's not every day. Well, actually, it's not every day that I'm in this journal, but most days, because I do now have gratitude journals, gratitude pages, journals set up. Let's see if I can, yeah. So this was the latest one. I did do a process video that I shared with you all, and so that is in my playlist, or one of my journal with me playlists or something like that. And then I also did one for June, and I will continue to do this for as long as it feels good to me. When it stops, I won't do it any longer, but I did want to share with you guys. And so I do come in here and do my gratitude here, just little stuff. So that's it for that one. Next up, we have my Dream Journal. Now, I completed the one that I started in the beginning of the year, so I definitely had to transition, and I didn't have any more like the one that I started in the beginning of the year. So basically, I just, I had made this notebook in several very similar or like it a couple years ago. And so I just decided to use that as my new dream journal. So this is what I use to record my dreams in when I wake up and I can remember all of the crazy shenanigans and that was going on in my dream. Excuse me. So that's basically it for this. Again, my dream journal, and I work in this pretty much every day. Not every day. I can't remember. Well, I can remember my dreams every day, but sometimes I lose the way I need to express them before I can get them down. But for the most part, every day I am in this journal writing my dreams down. And then next, in the same vein, I had a daydream journal. You guys know I like to just sit and write out my daydreams, and they really end up like complete stories, which is pretty cool because I always wanted to write when I was younger. However, I did finish the notebook that I was working in before again, so I had to pull out a new one, and I started working in this journal. It was one I got from the Christmas tree shop when I went to Maryland earlier in the year. And so this is my new daydream journal that I started working in. Not very far into it. This doesn't have a ribbon, so I can't really show you guys, but I'm not very far into either of these. Because I just replaced them like probably within the last month. So that is it for these. And continuing on, let me move these out of the way. You guys are familiar with my mini planner or mini bujo, whatever you want to call it. This is just where I keep up with all of the things monthly that I need to keep up with. I make myself a little monthly calendar, I keep track of the movies and shows that I'm watching, the music I'm listening to on repeat, the books that I read. I'm so frustrated, guys, because I'm in Julia Cameron's book, and I'm in the week where she tells everybody that they cannot read for a week, and it's only been a day. I'm struggling at less than a day where I've read this, but I'm trying to follow the book. So I will, it's like an addiction. It is an addiction. I have a book all the time. At all times I am reading a book. So it's been a little rough the past few hours since last night to today. So this was the book that I finished right before I actually ended up reading, that I couldn't read anymore because I was so excited to pick out a new book. And no, can't do it for a week. So, and this is basically just The Last Wish, which is the first book in the Witcher series. They say the books are always better. Things make a little more sense to me now, considering the first season and what I read in this book. So can't wait to get back to my books. And then, of course, my brain dump, and then my orders for the month, and then basically my weeklies. I mean, you guys are familiar with this by now. I've shown this several times. So, and my setup as well. I have that on how I set these books up, so you can check that out if you want to and you're interested in that. And this is just a Lois Term 1917. They're A6 size, and I always get the grid. It also comes in dot grid and plain and lined, if I'm not mistaken. And next, consistently writing in this one line a day. This is where I am so far. This is how far we are into the year. And the only days I haven't written in this were the days I was basically incapacitated with pain. So that might be like at the end of the year, I might have like a couple weeks missing from different months or something like that. I decided not to beat myself up about that or try to go back and figure out what's what, because basically I was in pain, and I'm not doing anything when I'm in pain but trying to not be in pain. So that's it. But other than that, yes, I do write in this every day, my one line a day. And then also, this is my daily journal. Let me zoom in just a tad. And I have been having fun with this. Recently, I started doing this, where I have been just kind of doing small illustrations in my journal. And basically, I'm just recounting the day, the very mundane daily things that I do every day. But I've just been adding small illustrations to go with it, and a little lettering, and has made it more exciting for me and more to the point where I want to do this consistently every day, which I do anyway. However, you know, this also can kind of become a chore, so this has kind of made it fun for me, just doing little illustrations. And I always, since I started this, I've been adding watercolor just for the pages to have some oomph. And so I'm here, and I need to actually add some watercolor so I can write today down once I'm done with today at night. So yeah, and one day I think I'll just hop on here and just do some watercoloring and stuff like that with you all, just so you can see what I do. I mean, it's nothing major. You guys know how to use watercolor, I'm sure. Just plopping some color down on the pages so it's not so stark and blank when I get in here to write. But yeah, that's basically my daily journal. Like I said, just recounting my days and all of the, you know, daily mundane stuff that goes on. And sometimes when I need to dump my feelings, it goes in here as well. So that is pretty much that. You guys have seen that, and that's pretty consistent. And then, of course, you guys know my creative journal that I share with you guys, where I take whatever I write in here, the things that I really want to highlight, and they go in here. And so this is what I've been working through. Look, guys, I am almost to the end here. so not much to do. I figured that I could probably finish up May in here, and that will do it. I'll probably move, once I get to my June pages, it'll probably go into the new notebook. So that'll be fun, setting up a new journal and getting started in that. It's always satisfying to finish a journal and start a new one, at least for me. I hope it is for you guys as well. So that is pretty much it for this this second quarter update. Actually, no, what am I thinking? I do have to show you guys the journals that are fairly new to the collection. It's not many, so we will jump into those. Okay, this is the last bit of this video. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you have, then please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, and I would really appreciate it. And I want to thank all of the people that enjoy my videos and come and support my channel, new and old. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope every single one of you are safe, and I hope you're well, and I hope that something in this world is inspiring you to create. And so after saying that, let's get into the last bit of this and we will wrap it up. And so, new to the stack, I actually think that I've shared this at some point before, and I haven't gotten too far into this, but I decided that I wanted to not only practice my lettering, but actually make little designs. And so I started with this. I didn't really like this, and so here you can see me just messing around again, practicing some more and seeing what is what. And then I just put this together. It's not like the greatest thing ever. I do like it. I may end up doing it again just because I really, really, really love these lyrics, and I want it to be beautiful. And this is just a lyric from I'd Die Without You by the group PM Dawn. It came out eons ago, and actually Brandy and her brother did a cover of it. I love their version too, but of course nothing beats the original for me anyway. And so I had a thing where sometimes songs come to me in my dreams, and so to me, I have to pay attention to that and listen to them. Now I listen to this song anyway because I love it so much, but I pulled it up and it was, you know, I had it on repeat for, what month was it? I think it was June or May. I think it was June. Anyway, and this is my favorite part of the entire song. I tend to dream you when I'm not sleeping. And so I just did this quick little thing here. And like I said, I could end up doing it again and making it better just because I love those lyrics so much. Like I said, haven't gotten too far into this, but I probably will every now and again get into this and do something because I want to keep practicing my lettering. I want to make little cute, beautiful things here. And yeah, that is pretty much it for that one. And then next, I will show you this, but I'm not going to show you the inside of it because it's pretty personal. I started Julia Cameron's morning page. Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. I've said that earlier in the video and in other videos. And she has this thing in the very beginning called morning pages, where you basically, when you get up in the morning, or whenever you get up, because I ain't getting up in no morning, considering that I don't go to sleep until the morning. But whenever you get up, you basically just dump all of your thoughts onto the page, and you are supposed to write 3 pages nonstop of just whatever thoughts are coming to you in your head. So if it's well, this is what happened in my dream, and oh man, I have to pee right now, or blah blah blah. Even if you can't think of anything to write, you are supposed to write, I don't know what to write right now. I don't know what to write, until you fill up 3 pages. And so that is what I have been doing. I normally do not keep my books like this, where both sides are into the thing. However, I am on this one, but I'm going to pull this out just so you guys can see that. For this, I chose a Stalogy to write my morning pages in. You can choose whatever feels good to you. However, I decided just to get the half year Stalogy to fill that up, and I am kind of regretting that choice a little bit. I just remember having nostalgia as a creative journal like this, and it just, the amount of pages being so daunting to fill up, and because of the hump, I ended up not being able to fill it up all the way. But with this one, so I was like, I'll get the half year, but I'm like, with this one, it's really only writing, so it probably won't get like this. However, then I'm also considering that I might want to actually start prepping these pages and just adding a little bit of decoration, nothing crazy to them. And I might share that on camera as well. Just you know, a quick little video of decorating, pre-decorating some pages, which is, I rarely do, but with this kind of thing, just getting up and dumping my thoughts onto the page whenever I get up, every day, will be just fine. So yeah, that's why I chose the half year. So I'm gonna see how this works out for me, as far as the year goes, and if I finish it up, and then once I start decorating the pages, we'll see how it goes. I may end up reordering another half year. If I think that I need, or I should get the total year one, I will. Just because I think that the bigger one will fill out this folio better. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I do love a chunky notebook. So we'll see how that goes. And if anybody's curious, this is the Giovanni leather from Chic Sparrow. And then lastly, yes, this is new, but I haven't started in it yet. Because this is, oh my god, I wish you guys could feel how soft this leather is. I just did a haul video or unboxing video for this. It is the A6 Denali, Waypoint Denali, and it's so soft and nice and buttery, and I love this dark color. However, it will house, this was supposed to go in here, but since I started, was supposed to go in here, but since I started more in pages, I needed a new notebook for it, and I haven't started this yet, but this will be my new journal once I finish this one, and they're both Tomoe River notebooks. So yeah, so once this one is completed, I will start in this one and get this set up, and this will be the folio that I house it in, and I am in love. When I tell you, I am in love with this, to the point where I may end up buying another one, maybe in another size. Hell, I might even end up buying the same one again. I do not know, but it's, oh my god, I wish you guys could feel it. So yeah, that is pretty much it, and basically this is what the notebook looks like before it's been used, and it's Tomoe River paper. It takes watercolor, fountain pens, all of that kind of stuff really well. I love the grid size, and I'm loving that it's not so thick. Like, it doesn't have as many pages as the Hobonichi notebook, which I really love as well. And actually, this is a Hobonichi notebook that I just cut down to a pocket size for my daily journal. So as you can see, this is one of those Tomoe, but see how thick it is. And that was what my last creative journal was, and again, so many pages that it got that hump, and it was difficult to work in. I ended up completing it. However, it was a pain in my ass towards the end of that journal, and I didn't want to go through that again. So I'm really loving the size of this, and I probably will continue to buy this until I'm sick of it. Hopefully that won't happen anytime soon. So that pretty much wraps up this video. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below for me. I hope, again, that everyone has been safe and well, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.